I wanted to make sure my part of my stream isn't muted, because that happens sometimes, especially when I accidentally have my TV on or loud enough, not muted, and then you can't really actually hear anything. For a time, and no need to have double dialogue. So we're going to load. Wait, what? Why is that an auto? But whatever, it's an auto shit. And then again, I may have messed it all up. Well, I kind of did. Hold on, let me see. Does it say to go? Yeah, it does. So it was at the save spot here where I already figured it out. Whoops, I'm sorry. Which actually doesn't make any sense, because I would have had a exit save here. Yes, I want the exit save, not the auto save. So it's before, so it's before, so we actually have the whole thing. Yes, that's what I want. I want this here. Okay, so I want to... There. Yet all of these are now scanned, and not, and I'm not, I don't have them 100% this time around, but okay, whatever. Excuse me. Oh, there's the beryllium. Oh, excuse me. I suddenly have the hiccups. don't have the fuel to go there. Here, let's go here to avoid to try and avoid being attacked. Well, since let's scan. I'm not going to land. We're gonna just go ahead and finish the
that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed. You did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
Fine.
See, we can all get along. For now.
Who's on here? Is there anybody on here? Oh, Mora. That's it?
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Fine. I don't want to take Mora. But I don't want to go to another planet and pick up. Why is it 30 now? And he was 51 at the when I had to hunt escape from him earlier.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, We were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom exactly?
Yeah, I noticed.
I say whoever can collect them should. Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
I will admit, I did not think you would get this far. But then most of the settled systems can be quite confusing to me, still. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It is how I've entered other worlds, including yours. I have to. This is bigger than all of us.
Oh,
All the artifacts are needed to complete the Armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the
I gathered
chaos
that too.
caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence,
Because I
luck,
ran.
and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You mean yet? Go through the Unity 1,000 times and you'll gain a better perspective. I have hopes for you. Higher hopes than the other members of Constellation. They all end up like the emissary.
You've never come this far, not in all the universes I have seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Let's see. I help one of you. We combine our artifacts and enter Unity. Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part of. I really don't.
You are already in it. With artifacts come Starborn, searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. And sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things. But I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. No, we always always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
I'm sure you have more questions. I'll tell you everything I can. It is not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that is why it offers the choice. Compassion, or is it testing us? Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It is hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever is in their way. When all of the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Oh, excuse me.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of Old Earth. There are secrets there that you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am
really don't
sure
want
they
to.
have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Hey, achievement. Well, since we are working towards the end of the main mission,
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get
I
everyone
quit.
together. To say goodbye. You know, to Andrea.
I quit.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
I quit.
I need everyone looking out for each other during this time. Losses hit a small group like ours especially hard.
What? Can we?
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
Nah.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been
better be
building
worth it.
towards, and the implications are
Losing Andreja was
a lot to
was
take
a high
in.
cost.
Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation. You're right. This is a lot to take in.
Take some time to process, everyone. We finally have some answers. Now we need to figure out what to do with them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen. These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn. Catch a smile out there.
Oh, excuse me. Well, let's see. Okay, Barrett.
If you need time away from here, I'll understand.
I've had time away from you people. It was glorious. not being nagged. Actually, we're gonna do that.
Should you find yourself in need, medical supplies are available for purchase at, if I may say, very competitive prices. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you. So, what brings you in today? Well, you certainly do need a doctor, don't you? Some good old-fashioned stitching, and you'll be set. We'll get you feeling better in no time. Everything looks good. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. May you remain in good health.
Oh yeah, right.
I used to be an action
Out of the
freak.
way. So, who got pissed? Oh, wait. No, we just haven't, cleaned up.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage. Continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah.
You know,
I'd like to say a few words.
what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to
really?
work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more. I don't remember. I'm sure I did. I thought when the funeral was over, when everyone went home that night, that it was over. Turns out, sometimes you need more than that. Well, look at us. Two lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs. Or a piece of jewelry they gave you. Half jokingly. Theoretically, of course. You're welcome.
I don't want to say
Hey,
anything.
Captain. Can I talk with you
Hey.
for a bit?
How are you holding up?
Not.
Take some time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we
It
need to
is.
stick together. We all have to get through this our own way. Don't worry about me. Really, I'll be fine.
So will I.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Yeah, I know. Barrett wants to speak too. No, I wouldn't say that. She was the best among us. Until I find somebody else, I guess.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
What do you want, Sarah?
A loss is always hard. Constellation will get through this together.
I thought maybe I would come up with
Let's
something
hope this is
to
the
say,
last one of
but
these I
I've
need to attend.
got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors.
Oh, so we're either having
like the tiny white caps.
This ceremony, and the emissary is either Andrasia or
There's more, but
Barrett.
those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Burn it all down. Might as well just let everything play through here.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for him. So it's up to us.
So you say, you don't know.
Pain of loss inspires
Science
us
hasn't
to
proven
greater
anything.
action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it.
Excuse me.
Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes.
Yeah, we
Or
know
due to
this.
the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona, or get pulled in some gravitational field.
Thanks,
coalesce
thanks,
with other
Barrett.
debris.
That's
Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We we emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
Is that it? Nobody else? Can we close it out now? Okay, fine. We're...
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Yes.
Problem.
Dragons?
Noel?
Something you need?
Whenever you're bored, I've got a seat in the ship with your name on it.
I don't know. I have a lot
I'd
of
like
work
to talk to you about something.
Yeah, Walter, I'm not really interested at the moment. Wait, what? What the hell? Why are we... Oh, my rented room. I have to go to... I have to... Fine, we'll talk to Walter first. What do you want, Walter?
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this point. Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate. My soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory.
Nope.
My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Of course, now that I know you're interested. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. I did not. Part of the problem is that my designers seem to be having trouble agreeing on a plan. I should mention that you're not there to make design decisions. You're there to get the project back on track and help guide them. So, ideally, you're not adding to the problem. R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Excuse me. What? How did this become a new location? I've been here before.
You have that look.
Hey.
My source is back. Here to report anything else? I already interviewed an ex-pirate about the robbery, but she was as reliable as good coffee around here. So you were there when it went down? What were you doing there? Why do I get the feeling you're often in that situation? Tell me about this Captain Petrov. I've heard he's a bit of an eccentric. What was your impression of him?
That's an understatement.
I would have loved to have seen it. I'm sure it would make a good story right there. No one seems to know exactly what was stolen, but everyone agrees it was valuable. Care to shed some light on it? Artifact, you say? I've been hearing whispers about those lately. Last question. About, and I'm quoting, a zoo gone wild. The other source swore up and down that alien creatures got out of their cages and went on a rampage. Please, please, please tell me she was telling the truth. It's got to be some Aurora-induced hallucination.
Was that on the shit? I have no idea.
Some days, it is worth it to get out of bed. I love it. This is just a plain old good story. Check the newsfeed for it later. And here's your payment.
It's over here. No, it's an elevator. Cool. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Captain Samuel, it is. Hello, Captain. I will keep your items safe, Captain. Goodbye. Okay, where do we want to go now? Oh yeah, that's talking to Barrett. Don't want to talk to Barrett. Leave me alone for right now. Let's go destroy that. And then let's do some of these survey missions. your shields already be up? Don't care. Fine. Let's go. Let's drift in space for a moment. Go talk to Barrett. We'll talk to Sarah just so that they can leave me the fuck alone.
One body could be worse.
Come on,
Forgive
Sarah.
me for pulling you aside again, but, well, there's so much to process right now. The emissary, the hunter, the unity, an entire multiverse. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it all. I don't know where to begin. The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. The same, yet different. It's unbelievable. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe has just been made obsolete. Perhaps I'm overreacting. But you can't deny there will be more than a few textbook chapters that need to be rewritten. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more time being prepared for the consequences. Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans.
You don't trust the science, Sarah?
This rushed curiosity has led us to enter the Unity and become Starborn.
That is humans. I don't think that would have been or made any difference. You say this is as though it's a bad thing. Human nature is definitely at fault. It's like, we're explorers. People are explorers. We go find things. That's what happens with science, Sarah. And you're the one that told me that I was denying science.
Hello?
Shut up, Sarah. Fuck off, Sarah. Sarah, shut up.
But it has made a difference. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of needlessly violent crusade between the hunter and the emissary. You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squabbling over something like the artifacts. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good. Yes, I agree, but not at the expense of erasing our own existence. When you pass into whatever lies beyond, we don't know what will become of you. Will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life like it's clearly consumed the Starborn?
Life will probably just become more difficult. And I'll just have to restart the game at a higher level. And you don't trust the science right now,
This
huh?
goes well beyond the boundaries of simple exploration.
No,
As
it
the
doesn't.
chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the Unity. It would be the pinnacle exploration of our lives. However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. You and I, as we stand here right now, will essentially cease to exist. You're a respected colleague, and I wouldn't want to lose you. I'm not sure. I'm guessing based on what we've learned. Even if I accompany you into the Unity, the question still remains. Would we know each other anymore? Even if we did, would we care? Part of what I do as chair of Constellation is weigh the costs of our expeditions. And this one, the cost is extremely high. I know. Damn it. I know. Listen. I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or diminish the enticement of this incredible opportunity. All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown.
Why? No great scientific, or spatial experience ever happened. Well, it did, but
I don't know if I'm ready to make that leap, but knowing we'd be doing it hand in hand would certainly make it more comforting. Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again, haven't I? I'm getting quite good at that lately. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think what we discussed. I know I will.
Barrett, what do you want? What do you want, Barrett? Come on. What do you want, Barrett?
This is amazing.
No, it's not.
The Unity. The multiverse. This is everything and more. Literally. Who says? Thankfully, we aren't in charge of preparing humanity for the next big milestone of our species. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in. Or, I mean, we could, I guess. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables.
Sharknado?
What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just part of my process. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not gonna hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not gonna have your back. Take your time. I don't think the offer expires. And even if I decided to enter the Unity, I'd probably still be paralyzed by the choice of how. Do I take a small step or a giant leap? And figuratively, they're the same thing. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now.
Why?
So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Who the hell?
I'm glad that's finally resolved.
Who the hell are you? Where'd you come from? Oh, that's who you guys are. Your friend's probably around here somewhere, isn't he? We have to go to Neon. Well. Are we, something's, amiss here.
Neon. Heard some wild tales of this place. Not sure how much of those tales are true, though. The Astro? Not really my cup of tea.
Have your fun.
I'll follow
Live
you.
your best life. We'll be here when you're ready.
You might want this.
It's nice to see you today. We have choice accommodations at reasonable prices. Maybe after you've rent. Sorry. I just need some time to... Yep. I've got an open room for you. Are you planning on an extended stay or just one night? Fantastic. You're all set.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Vola. Your home away from home, here on Neil.
I've spent a few nights here. Fine, let's do this.
Hey, you're up. Perfect. We have so much. Thing for you?
Are you here to book a room? We have plenty of space available. I have one all set and ready to go. Just one night or an extended stay? I have a room with your name on it.
Just because I want to try to get her answer. Been what I've been trying to do for the last few nights. Yeah, zip up a sleeping bag when it's not a sleeping bag.
Oh, hey.
Shut up, Barrett. I didn't want to go up.
You might want this.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Hotel Vola. Well, my sources say you've checked out, so I don't see the harm. Administrator Bayou and I, we have a sort of understanding. Call it a pact. He lets me do pretty much whatever I want at my hotel, and in return, I make sure certain information stays off of SSNN.
You mean you suck his or maybe you don't. But
If you knew what I knew, you wouldn't be amazed at all. You'd be horrified. I have compromising data that proves Bayu is directly connected to the Seoka Syndicate. And before you ask, the only way I'll ever leak the info is if I'm dead and gone. Then it gets sent to, well, I can't tell you who, but it's covered. Look, I've already said way too much, so for both of our sakes, maybe we should keep this under
I don't think
wraps.
Bayu really.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of Bayu.
To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayu and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks. Enjoy your visit to Neon.
Almost guaranteed. So go out, have your fun, live your best life. Be here when you're ready. The Hotel Volai. Sleep with us.
I'm not gonna say this twice.
Keep your nose clean.
No.
Some kind of checkpoint ahead. Let's let them do their job so we can move on.
Greetings, Captain.
Hey, you might want this.
Shut up, Barrett. Okay. We're gonna go here.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint. Time for you.
Captain Samuel. Hello.
I'm Walter Stroud, and on behalf of Stroud and
released.
Walter's Star Yard has single-handedly disrupted the market. He's got a vision, that's for sure.
Your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend.
Wow, that's...
Please, come join us. We've been waiting
like
for you.
Anything to do with
Hi there.
ships.
Hello. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Oh, I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with? I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you. It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything. While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical, and the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs? And would something that expensive actually sell?
I don't know. Without knowing what they're all trying to put into the ship, without them telling me what they want to, what the data, without seeing the data of what the customers bought.
Oh, and I seem to have lost your attention. Nice.
Fuck off. That comment did not need to happen. As I was trying to say, without knowing what the,
This is going great. Just fantastic.
Yeah. Without having, say, some knowledge of what the customers were actually buying, which would be something that you would ask when you're coming into a new project and you're coming into it green, you would that person should ask, what are the designs that are the most sold with your ship? Which was not part of that, so I don't. It's like I don't have the necessary information to justify either going the smaller route or the larger route, smaller budget or the larger budget.
Well, we're making progress now, I guess. It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other star yard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
Then you throw in Walter Stroud?
Still to go from there.
It means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots, per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us. Right. We were talking about the two budget proposals, a smaller one and a huge one. What are you thinking?
I still don't know. You need to give me more information. I don't like not being able to make an informed decision about this shit. I need more information. I need better dialogue options. I don't want to pick one and then down the line, fine, we'll do this one.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what you are afraid of.
I'm the one who has to go to the board.
Yes, I know. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't care. You're complaining. That's what you're being paid to be the big boss. You're being paid to do this. So don't cry to me that you're not.
Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Well, there's always room for personal improvement, I suppose. I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good. I know what you're trying to do.
Fuck off. We're not gonna... So we're gonna go back this way, and we're going to... I'm not gonna lose it.
I understand. I'm all for new technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello.
I don't want to talk to you right now. Can I talk to these people?
Hi, maybe you should talk with Jules first?
Hi there.
Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to get yours up. Maybe I want to get everybody else's opinion. And we're going to...
Still to go from there with
Hello.
ships that give Tayo a run for its money.
You must be Walter's colleague.
Have you seen the spec?
He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Oh, I just assumed. You know what?
You know what
I'm
happens
really
when you
sorry.
assume, right?
I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money.
You know,
So
hold
we
on,
have
hold on. Just a second. Before let's go a different route. We're gonna go a different route. I wanna ask questions. Instead of just saying, hell yeah, so, because...
I understand. I'm all for... new technologies.
I can always put that on later.
Your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hi there. Hi there.
Come on.
You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Fuck off.
Oh, I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Okay.
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail. Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
Okay, so yeah, that doesn't change the fact that I need more information, but...
Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
I still think we need to go with this without the information I had, or without any of the normal information that I would want to get from these people. Because this would give us more to work with, and if you're going for, you're not just making ships for the commuter. You would be making a design of a ship for multiple different people. So with the larger budget, you'd be able to
this is awkward and I'm not quite sure what to do, so I really hope you're just messing with me.
You really don't. The game doesn't really need to have that dialogue because I take too long.
I was afraid you'd say that. Look.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Oh, and I seemed...
Bite me.
Do you need
We're all
something?
super glad you're... We'll chat again soon.
Back me. Bite me.
Okay? We're all super glad you're here. You were going to try to convince me to go for the larger budget, right? Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Maybe listening to you could prove to the higher-ups that I'm more capable than they think. I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good. A smart leap knows when...
Bite me, we're not gonna...
I understand.
Where the fuck did the wine go?
I'm all for new technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello.
You're not just building for the average consumer. You're trying to build a ship that competes with every other ship company. Which means that you're wanting to build a ship.
You must be Walter's colleague.
That has
He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Well, he is your boss.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Strout Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship, It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be
You're
next to
you're
impossible
also
to approve.
wanting to
What should we
build
go with?
something that will be sold and that makes money.
I was afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me. Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Yeah? So you've done this before? Well, Walter did choose you for a reason. I mean, you're not wrong. We've got to ask them for more money anyway. Might as well go big. Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Fight for your vision, Jules. But be prepared to compromise. The universe might not be ready.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team. Get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Excuse me.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships? This is wonderful to hear. I hope for all of our sakes that you are not overselling your ability. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine? Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current Starship market? Well, you're not fun. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship, marketed toward citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me. I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage or passenger capacity. Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measures. It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
However, some of that information, some of that technology would end up being too heavy for a small frame. And you'll have pirates to deal with in the fringes.
Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Thanks. I'll refine the idea and propose it next time, I guess. Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, These ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use. Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great. See you around, I guess.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here. Well, how do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable. But no one could agree on anything, and we're running significantly behind because of it. Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Well, everybody
Simple,
does.
no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side. Of course you do. Because you've been in my shoes and you know it's the only sensible way to go with a project like this. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself.
I like his big ship because it also fits with, even though it would be a bigger design, but you should be able to make it so that the ship is interchangeable.
Yes, of course. Zhuzh it up, just enough to disappoint me even more when we ultimately end up choosing something ridiculous. Thanks. Yep, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. But I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work.
I'll be right back. Okay.
And yet here I am, resigned to my fate on the R&D team. Just taking a little break in the middle of the conversation, yeah? Nope, not really. No, I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am.
Ships that give Tayo a run for its...
I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Star Yards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Star Yards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made. Hope we didn't scare you off, huh?
Hi. Need something?
You seem a little,
She's been with us for ages. Well, I do like the ships we're looking at.
Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like good at all, even.
All of this dialogue is... Yes, it would be some of the stuff that I would probably use, because I'm not a good writer. But I don't pretend to be. It just doesn't sound right to me. Let's see here.
Thank you for saying that, but, like, really? I don't know. Whatever. Here goes. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht. Something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
No, that's actually... That's not actually a bad idea. That's also what I'm... That's along the lines of what I was always thinking. That you build a ship that can be used for anything. Can be used for the scientists. Can be used for the haulers. Could be used for the small... Or for the luxury craft companies that want to do a smaller, more family-oriented craft. Cheaper budget.
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales. Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it. It's interesting. I knew, and I've never done anything like this before coming here.
Try to go for the bigger budget.
Marketing for ships,
so you can
specifically,
build ships, because
there are so many things to think of for different demographics,
that builds ships.
Style, features, cost, and all that.
And you also need to
You
think
don't
about
want
offensive
to
and
build
defensive
only
capabilities.
one type of
because
ship.
space is dangerous, and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe. Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. So far I do. But just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
Catch you around.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So,
good job.
You must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me. No one asked you, newbie. I don't even know why I am being asked to accept feedback from someone who only just joined our team. But here we are. Anyway, imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind.
Oh, and you want
high-end performance.
This other person,
Precision
the one next to
engineering,
you, was wanting
a spacecraft for those
craft
who wish
for
to
families,
be seen.
a luxury type
This
craft
would
for
be the
families.
most elite
You
personal craft on
want
the
to
market.
continue the line of your luxury crafts.
The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe, but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well. I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Where do they go? What is their story? And why do they crave such attention? Oh, thank you. I will think on this and improve on my proposal. 2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept? Of course you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed to sell it. Because I am the lead designer on the project, it is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before. Just because I do not like how corporate we have become, doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are.
You're not wrong. You should go with
be
more innovative.
Well,
innovative.
we're making progress. I'm actually kind of amazed we finalized the budget. That was relatively painless. Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess? I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
We got a business to run. No time for sentiment.
Well,
We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules. I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them. You could be right. There's got to be a better way to pitch the idea. I'll give it some more thought. Thanks. We'll talk later then.
Havershaw's in the showroom if you're ready to buy.
It must have cost a fortune to build this place so
Not much going on.
Ships or something else.
well, what do you expect? Eklund family is loaded. Then you throw in Walter Stroud.
Let me know if you have
to
any
go
problems.
From literally nothing to ships that give Tayo a run for its money.
A pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the premier star yard in the settled systems.
I'd rather be in a ship
We may be
that can
new,
defend itself.
but I think
don't
you'll
wanna
see
be-
why everyone's talking about us.
Maybe the venture then.
Thank you. So, what sort of ship are you looking for?
I don't think you have
Let's
the ship
get you
that I
a
would
new
want.
ship.
And right now, my ship has 4,000 capacity, which this one does too. But I can't deal with Class C ships at the moment. Hey,
Stroud Eklund may be new, but it has allowed us to learn a wise choice.
like this one, the big issue is that it doesn't have very good maneuverability. I would need to add more engines to give it more maneuverability. Or take weight off. Which means that it's definitely not a good ship for combat. It's definitely a good cargo or passenger type liner size. But I also have pretty high top of the line let's see, that's passenger. That's the crew station. That's passenger. That's passenger. Oh, that's the infirmary. Select, I want to change. Can I not change the... I want to... Oh, there, color. Hold on, hold on. I want to see color. It's all the same. Okay. It's, this is definitely way down here. This is way down here. It's not the same. Okay. This one was about here. This one was about here. This one was definitely down this way. Again, this is about here. This one's about there. And this is down this way. Definitely more black. Okay, so that didn't, we'll accept it. Because then I can look. Okay, so I need to bring the hue down a little bit, bring the brightness up a little bit more. It looks like the brightness is right on around where the orange would be on this one. So this needs to come down a little bit. This needs to come out a little bit. Yeah, right about there. This needs to come out a little bit. This needs to come down a little bit. There we go. let's delete that. I want to try to find something better. Well, hell, this could go here. Actually. Okay, that's underneath only. So how about we do this? You here. Then bring you. Warning! Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Do that. And then do that. And then... What has this one got? Oh, 300. 8 crew stations. Yeah. This is the highest. Oh, and it's a Deimos. Anyway. I wonder if we can let's put this. Well, I can't put it there. Technically put it there, but I don't. No, there's no need. We'll just use a. We can just use like this. right about there, and there. There. There, and... Yeah, but there's nothing. There aren't any missions. I have all the missions. Oh, well, that's easy. I have these. All right, let's go.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Okay, we can't leave me alone. Where are we headed? Oh, Cheyenne.
Our future as a species in space thrives on hardy frontier folk like these.
Hey, you might want this. Their shield system is damaged.
What the hell? Oh, hold on. No. Because I'm not ready to go do that.
I have something for you.
Oh, wait. I need to build... Oh, I don't have enough adaptive frames.
It's relaxing to watch you remodel this place.
Hold on. I don't think there's something I would want to be able to possibly put more. Oh, I don't have the... I need... I swear there was another... Okay, fine. This is... But I still need to, I still need... Let's, do this. I'm still gonna do this. But I swear there was another... Barrett, what do you want?
You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night. Vasco never appreciated my humor that much. I was just remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco. So many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel. Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony.
Sounds about
Thanks
right.
to our contact, we now have the receipts. I tend to agree. It's interesting. Not enough to take it to a lawyer yet. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information, but that adds risk. That's definitely wise, and absolutely why I'm glad I asked you. I think I can do some digging in public records on my own, so I might. That's much safer. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone who's fought the Crimson Fleet. Maybe I should study up on the art of cross-examination. Might come in handy at the trial. That's solid advice. Know your actual limitations, and not the ones granted to you by a mysterious superpower. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us.
I wanted to do the stuff with Andrasia. I guess I should have slowed down more and did more adventuring instead of just doing all the missions like I did.
New Atlantis is the shining beacon of humanity these days, so they say. I'd argue that the beacon of humanity should be measured in our overall survival.
Hold on. Remove link, because I don't have titanium there. I don't have titanium. Who needed aluminum? Okay, so it was here. So let's go here. Let's go to the next one over. There. This one. I only have one. How will this work? Okay, so let's then go back to let's look at what copper. This Terran Preservation Society is doing a bang-up job of
I have something for you.
Preserving Earth. What the hell? Oh, that's a launch pad. How do I... Let's go get Barrett Powers. Actually, let's go do this. Where are we headed? I guess I could do, since I kind of do plan, I don't plan on, hold on. Oh, reporting back to Landry. Okay, that's whatever. I guess I could try and make a point to do as much as I can, and then see what if there is a you start the game over, but have it like in some games like Batman, Arkham, you start it with not just Arkham, but you start it with an enhanced playthrough where it's a little bit harder. Why was it? Hold on. The thing's not red. So why? Oh, the jump is in progress.
Oh, I love breathing in the air here. You'd imagine it would smell like any other city. But it smells tranquil. That makes sense. Like the air carries a dash of herbal tea.
Good luck out there. I mean it. One pirate's unfortunate demise logged. We're making space safer, fulfilling our civic obligation. This is great, right? This job is a bit of an unknown. The small company's CEO suddenly disappeared, defaulting on a very serious loan we gave her. No one knows if she embezzled the funds, is stranded somewhere, or heck, was kidnapped. And we have a lead on where she is. Please, please, please try and handle this delicately. I feel better already. Good luck.
Barrett, you suck. not too far. Oh, wait, no, this is, speak to Jules.
Hey, you might want this. Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Captain Samuel, greetings.
We've got people poring over the data you collected as we... I'd like to believe that you can help my team work well with each other again, but we'll see.
The ship design is, you know, it works in some ways. In others, it's, you know, probably fine. But it might have a touch of feature creep. But it looks, you know, nice.
So you managed to complete a couple different missions. This will give us lots of data to support building a ship that can tackle a variety of scenarios. Of course, if we build a ship like that, we may need the kitchen sink budget, but we'll see. Thanks for your help. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right? You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently?
I don't know.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise. This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here. So you're sure about this? Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally.
Frank, please. Everybody, listen. Let's give this a chance, okay? Okay.
Well, here goes nothing. Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up one major aspect of your design. It's the fairest way to do this, and ultimately, I think it's going to make our collective design choices a lot easier. Who wants to start? Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. Look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo bays.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment? As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Frank?
Okay, fine, you win. I'll cut out some of the luxury designs and features. All that gold trim was going to be tacky anyway.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing.
And you're going to need the, bigger budget.
This is going great. Just fantastic. Based on the decisions you made, well, I'm not quite sure what kind of ship we're going to end up with, but it should be capable in a variety of situations. It sure will have a lot of stuff to it. Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
I can't believe Strat pulled this off.
Hey.
I don't want to go back to Earth yet. Not Earth, but New Atlantis. Where is... Where is it? Why can't... There. Why isn't that... Whatever. We're gonna do this. Where are we going? All the way down here. Oh right, I can't undock. We're actually gonna do that next or tomorrow. Or
We've detached. Let's get a...
And then we'll do some of the other grab some of the other powers also or after that. We're gonna land on the planet, and that's what we'll start the next stream.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
touching down.
And if that is where you do get an enhanced playthrough after you beat the game, then we can. I guess I'll go a little bit slower. But I thought I was going pretty slow then. Or this time. But so we'll start here. And I thank you for staying with me this long, and I appreciate your view. And I hope you're enjoying the game. And who knows, maybe I'll start another stream about another game some other time. Actually, I probably will, but have a good night.